Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So, time for the anthems. Well, if that doesn't get the juices flowing, then nothing will. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
So we're up and running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Cristiano Ronaldo. Rafael Leao finding himself in space. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Vitinha. Vitinha. And shifted it to the flank. Spread it left. And here's Rafael Leao. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Vitinha! Now in he goes again. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Portugal would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
And they're quick to get it back. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now he's off and running. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, easy pickings there. Out towards the flank. Now it's Rafael Leao. Ødegaard. Now it's Solot. Ødegaard. Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Ronaldo. He's shifting through the gears here. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now, can they get him away? Spread neatly, just eases him off the ball. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Not the most accurate pass. That's good pressing, squeezing the play.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva delivers. And it's hoisted clear. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Ruben Neves is there, and he can pick it up. Not where it came from. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Looking for the run. Ødegaard. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Berger. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Bernardo Silva. Spread out to the left. Gets a good foot in there. What's going wide left? Now it's Rafael Leao. Ødegaard. That's Solot. Referee's given a throw. Ødegaard. Solot. Vitinha does well to get it back. And here's Ødegaard. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, the goal attempts are coming thick and fast, but so far there's nothing to show for it. I think the manager will be pretty happy with his team's performance. He just needs a little more craft and guile.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we get things going again.
Portugal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Now it's Bernardo Silva. He's under a lot of pressure there.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Played out wide, and he getting up there! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Solot. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Ødegaard was in no mood for any of that. He is through here. And here's Haaland. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Ryerson. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Solot.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Aimed beyond the defence. Nuno Mendes. And it's Vitinha. Now it's Haaland. He's found a way through. Inacio did well to stay calm there. Well read, nice interception. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Oh, just skips past Chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Portugal have their third corner. Great chance! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Portugal can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Vão dar os seus lugares a número 15, número 11.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. That's a shade optimistic. Now it's Haaland. In with the challenge.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide. Portugal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Good read, needed to be. Ryerson. Now Ødegaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Haaland.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a go. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's intervened well there. Gonçalo Inacio. João Neves. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to...
Real chance! Incredible! Just incredible! Well, would you believe that? One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Norway now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Ødegaard. Norway clearly now in lead preservation mode. The final seconds now. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, but...
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity.
Bernardo Silva! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Shot at goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And he lines up a cross. That has been knocked away. And the counter is on. Bernardo Silva. And this is Ronaldo. Shot, surely! It's loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Good ball. Tries a shot!
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Ruben Dias kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Haaland. Threads one in, and he was quick to react. Long ball by the goalkeeper. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Portugal have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
Cross from Ødegaard. Rafael Leao. Nicely weighted ball. He's in a great position here. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And the pass is intercepted. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, what a ball! Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Vitinha. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Norway are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ryerson. Berger. 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he finish? It's loose, and there's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's made its way... Can he finish? Goal! Portugal! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Portugal have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. And Bernardo Silva! Oh, it's hit the post! It's not an especially good pass, that. And he's being shifted off it. And here's Rafael Leao. Deftly out wide. Berger. And he's had it nicked away. Haaland. Now he's running away. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And this is Ronaldo. Ødegaard. Mendes gets across to intercept that. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Berger. Can he get on the end of this? Solot in acres of space out wide. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bernardo Silva. That's the end of the first 45. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Portugal probably looking to come in with a bigger lead, but overall I think there's plenty for them to be happy about. They should look to carry on as they are, although a little more composure in front of goal would be perfect.
Portugal can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So the action resumes.
Portugal can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
It's a really well-measured ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Just eases him off the ball. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Berger. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Goes looking wide. And it's Bernardo Silva. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Berger. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Sorloth. He's found the way through. Ruben Dias with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. No second thought, a straight red card. Portugal are down to 10 men. Portugal can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Número 21. Abandona o relvado e vai entrar com o número
Haaland
13.
touches it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Cristiano Ronaldo being hunted in packs.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on.
Bruno Fernandes. And the shot! 60 minutes played. No, he's not going to get any further than that. And here's Rafael Leao. Haaland receives it in a good position here. And they win it back again. Pass is just off target.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Sorloth showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That is ended up in no man's land. That's a good run down the left. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, well played.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Now, this could be a chance. Norway have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Substituição. Substituição para Portugal. Número
Portugal
10.
are making a change now.
Número 8. Número 20.
Point blank header!
Número 11.
João Felix.
Número 6.
Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Portugal have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Skims one. He's having a shot! It's in! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Norway have opted to make another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now. Norway really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
That has been cut short. João Palhinha. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Good read, needed to be. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
He's on it, can he get away? Now it's Bob. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Ah, he's given it away. Driving through the middle. Diogo Dalot. Now it's João Felix. Vitinha. Araujo. Nice looking ball. Cleared without hesitation. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And he's picked it up out wide. Haaland. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Vitinha. 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So, that was the second half.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 19.
Into extra time we go. Portugal conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? Knocks it into space. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's the chance to counter. João Neves powering forward here. Now it's Bob.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Palhinha is the guilty party there. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Crosses it in.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
João Neves. Vitinha. Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's an inviting-looking ball, that. He's picked his way through. Real chance! Oh, big chance, and it is promptly followed by the whistle. So neither side able to conjure up a telling moment, and we are where we are. This is the last chance to win it. And the action has already restarted. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
So what can they make of this? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that is a little undercooked. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Now it's Bob. Rafael Leao. Now João Neves. João Felix. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
This looks promising. Now it's Bob. Looking for the run. Chance to deliver. There's the header. Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Portugal did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all. Welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim. Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Cristiano Ronaldo is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Rafael Leao. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Inacio gets across to intercept that. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, a lot has been said about Martin Ødegaard, and some of his former coaches have mentioned the fact that he can get the ball in very small places and find solutions. And that's a rare skill which he's been able to hone on his travels, which are wide and long. Now, this is exactly what this team needs from him.
He's having a hit! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Ruben Neves. Rafael Leao picks it up out wide. Lovely bit of skill. Big chance!
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Norway are looking to go forward now. And Bernardo Silva! In he goes again! Goal! Portugal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
The first breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And that's gone loose. Portugal already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. And here's Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more.
Getting up there! And he's stuck it away! They are purring, truly purring. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unearned.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Portugal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Bruno Fernandes.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
It's a promising position. He's in a great position. Chance! It's a goal! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
João Cancelo finding himself in space. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
João Cancelo short changes him with that pass. Tries to pass it through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Berger. And here's Haaland. He's in plenty of space here. Bruno Fernandes. That's going wide left. Rafael Leao getting forward. Rafael Leao takes aim and crosses. That'll be a throw. Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. It's a quick one. Cross needs to be good. Haaland is flagged offside. Bruno Fernandes running with intent. Now it's Solot. Now it's Haaland. Nuno Mendes. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao looking understandably energised after his goal. So no flag here. Ødegaard. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Oh, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. Down to business again. That has been cut short. Ambitious ball here. And this is Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes powering forward here. Rafael Leao. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, now he can run away with it. Shapes to shoot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So now the difference is 3. That is good alertness. Rafael Leao. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he spark a counter here?
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Spread to the right. Ryerson. Now Ødegaard. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bruno Fernandes under intense pressure.
Well, he's a source of potential trouble, so tight marking just has to be done.
Bruno Fernandes shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Pinches it off him. Now it's Haaland. And he's being shifted off it. Vitinha. Played out towards the right wing. Norway can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
He is through here. In with the challenge. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And that's definitely not his best. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Haaland. Ødegaard is onto this. Decent chance! Goal! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Norway may be down, but not out just yet. Ruben Dias. João Cancelo. And it's Bernardo Silva. And he's picked out the run. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Oh, strongly challenged there. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good spread. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, such a clever touch. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Bernardo Silva. And this is Ronaldo. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Cristiano Ronaldo, clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3 up.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Número 20. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 11, número 15.
Bruno Fernandes, João Neves, and it's Neves. Diogo Dalot, and he's managed to get free. Bruno Fernandes, and it's Dalot. Over to the right flank. He is just caressing the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Now this could be a chance, and it's been given. João Felix! That's a lovely, neat pass. Diogo Dalot calmly anticipates. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Oh, that was vital. João Felix. Great ball if he can get there.
Minutos de compensação.
Chance here to counter. Bruno Fernandes, and the shot! Sensational by Bruno Fernandes! About as smooth as it gets. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Now it's Haaland. Inacio wins the duel this time. Oh, that's a key interception. That's that, the end. Portugal looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Bruno Fernandes claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. This is a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Billy Gilmour is someone, I think, who is underrated in terms of his ability on the ball. He's remarkably press-resistant for someone of his size, and it allows him to draw pressure in, which can free up other players around him. I think his decision-making, his anticipation are...
Takes a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Bernardo Silva actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's taking no chances there. Nuno Mendes, and here's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's neat. Bruno Fernandes! Big moment, massive goal!
What a super start, a total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Christie. McTominay. Nuno Mendes. He shifted it to the flank. That's a good run down the left. Oh, that's fabulous. Showing good feet. He has a look up. There's the shot! From Bruno Fernandes. A finish right from the top draw. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Marcou para Portugal. Aos 13 minutos de jogo, o camisa
And yes, it's him again. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Robertson, and he's gone searching crossfield. An instinctive delivery. Good read, needed to be. Decent chance! No, just not quite. There's the header! Harmlessly behind. Ruben Neves.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
McGinn. Played towards the other side. And it's Robertson. He's looking wide. Now the delivery. And that is expertly dealt with. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Christie. Now McTominay. Ball's played through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And here comes the corner. Robertson with the short one. Has crossed into the middle. And now a sudden chance to counter. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Christie. Gilmore. Now it's Adams. Vitinha. Ruben Neves. Bernardo Silva. Knocks it into space. Brilliantly cut out. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Terrific effort! Oh, it's hit the post! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's managed to get rid. Scotland have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Adams. Space for him to turn and look. Aims beyond the defence. There's the delivery. Towering header! It's in! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Ruben Neves. And it's Vitinha. And Mendes. That has been slung wide. Now it's Ramos. McTominay did just about it. Oh no, what has happened here? Chance! Oh, good finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
It's a pretty loose pass. And that brings the first half to a close.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Portugal claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. The second period is underway. Now it's Christie. Ruben Neves. João Cancelo. Now it's Ramos.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And a header! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Christie. Robertson. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Ramos. Oh, there's a probing ball. Driving on and making good progress. Christie stood up well to him there. Oh, good spread. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well read, and the danger is averted. Nicely spread. That is good alertness. Gonzalo Inacio. And it's made its way to him. Mendes gets across to intercept that. Now it's Ramos. And it's Bernardo Silva. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Christie.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Now it's Adams. And the shot! It's a goal! Simplicity itself.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Marcou para a Escócia. Aos 62 minutos de jogo, o camisola número 10.
So could they be onto something here? Bruno Fernandes being hunted in packs.
Yeah, they've set out to man-mark him now, but this is an embarrassing example of too little too late.
Crosses it in. Vitinha. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. It's out of play for a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. That's destined for the flank. Threads one in. He's in a great position here. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Vitinha. McTominay gets a foot in here. Oh, and the shot! Nuno Mendes. Here's Rafael Leao. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Bruno Fernandes gets across and deals with it.
Gonzalo Ramos really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's on it, can he get away? McTominay. Lovely bit of skill. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Christie venturing down the left. That'll be a throw. Scotland making further changes here, and in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 20. Número 21.
And it's Robertson.
Número 5. Número 15.
Mendes deals with that comfortably. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Rafael Leao. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Bernardo Silva. He is charged for a shot! And it's come back out to him. And there's a goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Número 9.
So now the difference is 3. Morgan. Not the most accurate pass.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, played right into his path. Oh, that was vital. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And they've got a throw. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He has found the way through. Gilmour. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Ramos. Looking for options for movement. And Bernardo Silva! Rafael Leao! And that is as far as it goes. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Bruno Fernandes collecting the match ball, and it is his. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.